Hey, what's up guys? Today we're going to be checking out this new webcam by Logitech called the Brio 300. This webcam is going to be fairly good quality, coming in at a 1080p resolution, and it's also going to have a technology called Bright Light 2, which basically means when you're in a darker environment, the webcam is going to light your environment up to make it look like it's not so dark in there. And then the microphone is going to be able to reduce some of the ambient / background sound that you have going on. So when you're in meetings or on calls, this microphone is going to be able to cancel out some of those background sounds. Maybe you have like a laundry machine going on or some family talking in the background. And then of course you can see visually on the webcam itself that it is covered up with a little dot, and you can swivel open a little shutter that covers the camera. And this is good if you want that super extreme privacy where, you know, sometimes your webcam is sitting on your computer and you don't know if somebody's actually watching you or not. But with this privacy shutter, you can guarantee that if you cover up the camera, no one's going to be spying on you or anything like that. Logitech also has been making a lot of their plastics out of recycled material, and this is going to be using 48 recycled plastic materials. And you can see on the texture of the camera, I don't know if this is a design choice or this is recycled material, but there are a bunch of spots on the camera. I personally like the way this looks. This feels kind of like more personal, just has this like interesting look to it with these little white dark dots on the white camera. So let's talk about the camera quality a little bit. All right, so we have the Brio 300 plugged in, and we have the microphone as well as the video streaming right now. And this is kind of what you can expect what everything will look like and feel like. And the first thing I noticed when plugging this thing in is that the frame rate is a little choppy. You can see my hand kind of moving, very choppy, not very smooth. And I think it's going to be at roughly a 15 frame rate per second webcam, so it's not going to be as smooth, but I guess that's okay because the quality is pretty crispy. And then something else I also noticed is that you can see a little bit of the noise on these black parts over here. You can see like it kind of looks like little ants walking around on the camera, and that happens when a camera is typically in a dark environment. But this is doing pretty well compared to the built-in laptop camera or some other cheap webcams. And overall, it's holding up pretty good. I'm very impressed with how this camera does in darker environments. Of course, I think it is going to look good with lighting, so if you can, definitely try to have some light in the background pointing towards your face to improve that quality. This camera should work with most of the meeting softwares out there. That's going to be things like Microsoft Teams, Google Meet, Zoom, whatever your software of choice is going to be. This camera is going to be compatible, and you're going to be able to utilize all of the features it has to offer via the Logitech Tune software. And the Logitech Tune software is going to be a pretty fun little tool. You can do a lot of things in there. They have some preset filters on the color settings you can have, and if you don't like any of the filters, you can have little dials that control everything. That's things like saturation, contrast, brightness, etc., etc. You get the whole kit with extreme customization with how you want your color to feel. And then you're also going to be able to adjust the resolution in there. If you don't like 1080p, you can lower it to 720. And you can tell by the image quality that the camera isn't exactly like a super high-end camera, but it's definitely really good for meetings. And I think everyone in meetings is going to see you easily. They're going to hear you perfectly fine with the microphone, and it's going to be overall a fairly solid camera. I would definitely recommend using like some sort of light on your desk if possible, or just turn on the lights in your room. That way when there's more lighting, it's going to look less grainy and you're going to see less of that noise and texture on the webcam. So for $70, definitely a solid choice amongst the Logitech webcam lineups. You can get their higher end camera, the Brio 500, but that thing costs significantly more. But for this thing, for $70, definitely a solid choice if you just need something for meetings that's good quality and no one's going to have issues with your video or your microphone. So if you're interested, be sure to check out the link down in the description below. And if you like this video, go ahead and leave a like, and don't forget to leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.